Hello, welcome to Chemistry Sensei. This is Shane speaking. Today we'll be going through Primary 3 Science Nanhua SA1. Okay, let's take a look at question 28. Some objects are placed into 4 groups according to the materials that they are made of. Okay, Group A, you have cooking pot and needle. Group B, dress and bed sheet. Group C, mug and flower pot. And lastly, Group D, window pane and jug. Okay, identify the materials that are used to make the object in each group. Each material can only be used once. Okay, let's take a look at Group A. Group A, we have cooking pot and needle. Okay, they are actually made up of metals. Alright. Okay, for cooking pot, you need the cooking pot to be a metal so that it can heat up very fast, as metals are good conductors of heat. Alright, for Group B, dress and bed sheet, they are actually made up of fabrics. Alright, fabric. Okay, why? Because fabric are light and they are flexible. Alright, just like the shirt that you are wearing. Okay, for Group C, they are actually made up of ceramics. Alright, ceramics. And lastly, for Group D, we have a window pane. Window pane are made out of glass because glass are transparent. That's why you can see through them. Alright. Next, for question B, name one property of the material that made it suitable for making objects in B. Alright, for object in B, we have the dress and bed sheet. Alright, so the answer can be is because they are light or they are flexible. Okay, we need the shirt to be light so that you do not feel uncomfortable wearing it. Also, we want it to be flexible so that you can move around easily, as compared to wearing a shirt made out of metal where it's heavy and not flexible. Okay, let's take a look at question C. Name another material that can be used to make the object in Group C. Okay, Group C, we have the mug and flower pot. So actually, the mug and flower pot can also be made up of plastic. Alright, plastic. Why? Because plastic are light and they are durable and they do not break easily. Okay. Next, let us move on to question 29. Fendi poured some water on 6 objects and observe what happened to the water. Based on his observation, he classified the 6 objects into 2 groups as shown in the classification chart below. Alright, so we have in the group S, we have metal plate, plastic foul, and ceramic towel. Okay, for group T, we have tablecloth, paper, and silk shirt. Give a suitable heading for group S and group T. Alright. Okay, so if we take a look, actually for group S, all of these materials are not flexible. Okay, so they are inflexible. Okay, or not flexible. Okay, on the other hand, tablecloth, paper, and silk shirt, they all can be bent and thus they are all flexible. Okay, question B. Circle the object that can be placed in group T. Okay, because now we have established that this is flexible, we can use sponge to put in group T. Alright, bolt and spoon are not flexible. Okay, let us move on to question 30. Match the following observation to the correct characteristic of living things by joining the dots. An insect lay eggs. Alright, they lay eggs, so they can reproduce. Alright, a mouse looks for food. When it's looking for food, it is moving around, so they can move by themselves. Okay, next, the leaves of the mimosa plant close up when touched. Alright, Just like when you touch a hot surface, you instinctively move away. So mimosa plant, when they are being touched by humans, they move, they close up. So this is responding to changes. Alright, and lastly, a boy becomes taller. Alright, so the boy is actually growing up. So it must be matched to grow. Okay. Next, question 31. The diagram below shows two animals, animal P and animal Q. Alright, so if you remember what I told you, bats, they are actually a special kind of mammal. Alright, they are not birds, okay? Mammals. Alright, complete the table below. Alright, so because we know that bats are actually mammals, they give birth. Alright, and the animal group is mammal. Okay. Alright, only mammals give birth. The rest of the animals, they lay eggs. Alright, so animal P is a bee. It lays eggs. Alright, and because animal P is a bee, it's in the group of insects. Alright, insects, they have 6 legs and 3 body parts. Okay, let's take a look at question B. Animal P and Q have been placed in the same group in the classification chart below. Classify the 4 animals given below into 2 groups in the chart. Alright, so into 2 groups and give suitable heading for each group. Alright, so animal P and animal Q, if we take a look at them correctly, we notice they have certain similarity. Alright, both of them have wings. Alright, and they can, because they have wings, they can fly. Okay, fly. Okay, so over here the heading should be can fly. So that means the other heading is cannot fly. Alright, so if we take a look, human, we are human and we cannot fly. Okay, how about parrot? Parrot is a bird, it can fly. Alright, so we put parrot over here. Next, butterfly. Butterfly have wings, they can fly. Alright, and lastly, cat. Cat do not have wings, they cannot fly. Alright, next, question 32. Study the flow chart below. Plants. Question A. Alright, no. Does it grow on land? Yes, then it's F. If it's no, it's E. Okay, alright. Okay, never mind, let's take a look at the question down below. The diagram below shows plant F and H from the flow chart above. Alright, plant F. Okay, we see this is plant F and this is plant H. Alright, the question actually gave you a hint. Plant H have flowers. Okay, so that means this one do not have flowers. Okay, based on the diagram above, what could question A in the flow chart be? Okay, so if we take a look, alright, H is here, F is here. Okay, so actually one possible question that A could be is, is it a flowering plant? That means, does it produce flower or not? If it's yes, okay, it can be H. Alright, so the question is, question A can be Is it a flowering plant? Okay, let's move to part B. The diagram below shows a plant. Okay, we have the fruit over here, and we have the metal wire. Okay, based on the flow chart, which letter E, F, G, or H best represent the plant above? Okay, so if we take a look at the diagram carefully, we can see that this plant needs support from the metal wire. Okay, that means it must have a weak stem. It cannot support itself. Alright, so it has a weak stem. So the best letter would be G. Alright, G, because does it have a strong stem? No. Alright, next question, question 33. David has a high chair. Okay, a high chair shown in a diagram below for feeding his child. Alright, there's a baby sitting over here. Okay, glass is not used to make the tray. State one material that is suitable for making the tray. We must use something that is safe and does not break easily. So one good material will be plastic. Okay, plastic is very durable and it does not break easily. Okay, let's take a look at question B. What physical property of the material in part A made it more suitable for making the tray than glass? Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, plastic does not break easily. Okay, I think I should add a plastic here. Plastic does not break easily. Okay, for question C, the high chair is supported by the legs. Explain why metal is suitable for the legs of the high chair to ensure the safety of the child. Alright, if you know, actually metals are heavy. Okay, metals are heavy, so they provide weight to the legs so that it does not topple over easily. Alright, if you have something very light, okay, the high chair, because it's very high, it will fall easily and thus injuring the baby. Okay, so we need to use metals because they are heavy, so that the chair does not fall easily. Okay, let's move on to question 34, the last question for today. Okay, study the flow chart below. We have materials. Does it flow on water? Okay, never mind. Let's take a look at the question first. Using the follow information above, state one property of material A. Where's material A? Material A is over here. Okay, so does it float on water? No. So it sink. Alright, so material A sink. Okay, so it sinks in water. Okay, this can be one answer. Alright, another answer is because it cannot be bent easily. It is not flexible. Alright, this can be the other answer. Next, question B. Using the information above, state one difference, not the same, between C and D. Where are C and D? C is over here, D is over here. Okay, So C does not allow light to pass through, while D allows light to pass through. So C is not transparent because it does not allow light to pass through, while D is transparent because it allows light to pass through. Okay, let's take a look at the next part. Harry set up an experiment to test the ability of the 4 objects to float on water. Can they float on water or they cannot float on water? So these 2, plastic bottle and the wooden block, can float. Alright. Iron nail and rubber watch strap cannot float. Okay. Part C. Based on Harry's observation, identify which material from flowchart is used to make each object. Write A, B, C, and D in the table below. Alright. So we cannot write metal or fabric or plastic over here. No. Alright. The question wants us to use the alphabets provided in the earlier part of the question over here. Okay. So plastic bottle, let's take a look. Does it float on water? Yes. Okay. Does it allow light to pass through? Yes. You can actually see through your plastic bottle. So the best answer for plastic bottle is D. Alright. Let's take a look for wooden block. Wooden block can float on water. Yes. Okay. Does it allow light to pass through? You cannot see through a wooden block. So the best answer is C. Okay. So for wooden block is C. Next, iron nail. Iron nail cannot float on water. Alright. Can it be bent easily? Because iron nail is made out of metal, it cannot bend easily. So the best answer for iron nail is A. Lastly, rubber watch strap. Rubber watch strap cannot. Okay. Rubber watch strap cannot float on water, but because it's made out of rubber is flexible, it can be bent easily. So the best answer for rubber watch strap is B. Okay. Oh, I think I accidentally removed the answer. So for iron nail, it should be A, and wooden block is C. Okay. Thank you and see you again.